And the final email today comes to us from our good friend Thomas. And Thomas writes, why can't Marvel do standalone movies that's separate from the MCU? They only have to make it clear that it's separate from the MCU. This could be done with a separate logo with a different look called Marvel Legacy Films or something similar. All right, thanks a lot for the question, Thomas. And clearly this comes from the whole idea that DC, Warner Brothers and DC right now, is embarking on experimenting with movies that exist outside of their ongoing cinematic universe, like the upcoming Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie that apparently, Robert De Niro is in as well. My goodness. And Zazie Beetz and all this kind of stuff. So if Warner Brothers and DC can do that, if they're willing to experiment with some standalone movies outside of their cinematic universe, well then, hell, what's stopping Marvel and what's stopping the MCU from doing something similar? What's stopping the MCU? Because there are a number of movies and stories and characters that are within the realm of the of Marvel Comics that clearly would not fit within the tone and the heartbeat of the MCU. I get that. I get it. Kevin Feige is very protective of his cinematic universe, and for good reason. And it's paid off in spades. So I get that. But within the realm of Marvel itself, there are a lot of stories and great characters and things like that that maybe don't fit within the MCU and maybe will never really get a fair shot. Why not explore this idea that DC and Warner Brothers is exploring? Why not? If you're nervous about a Blade character and how he would fit into a PG-13 world and universe, if you're nervous about your ability to do the Blade character justice the way the Blade character should be done, and you think, okay, that just doesn't fit in the MCU. Okay, fair enough. I get it. Well, why not, theoretically speaking, why not create a separate label? Marvel Worlds, or that's too close to Worlds of DC, whatever. Or, Marvel Head Scratchers, Marvel Oompa, Marvel Fart Bubbles. I don't care, whatever. A separate label where you can do some standalone stories that exist in their own universe, like most movies do. Most movies exist in their own pocket universe. So why not create a separate label where you can tell a great Blade story and done by Marvel? Why not create a separate label in its own pocket universe and tell a great R-rated Ghost Rider movie? Okay, fine, Kevin Feige, you don't want to do the real gritty Ghost Rider in the MCU. Okay, I get it. Okay, then why not another banner? Make some true standalone movies outside of your MCU. I suspect, and I'm not basing this on anything, this is strictly me theorizing, okay? I suspect that Marvel is going to be paying very close attention to how this movie does, to how Jared Leto's Joker movie does. And they don't have to wait long. The movie's coming out in just a little over a year from now. It's coming out in October of next year, for heaven's sakes. They're going to be shooting this movie pretty soon. So I think Marvel is probably going to be watching this very closely, because I fully believe if Warner Brothers and DC put out this standalone Joker movie and the audience responds well to it, I don't even think the movie has to make a lot of money. I think Marvel is just going to wait to see how does the audience respond to it. Did the audience get on board with this standalone pocket universe movie of the Joker that DC is doing? And I think if Kevin Feige and Marvel sit back and they see that the audience responds well to it, I'll tell you what, I think 2021, 2022, we're going to see some true standalone Marvel movies that are outside of the MCU. Now, at the same time, if this movie comes out in October of 2019 and everybody hates it, well, that shuts that down right away. Then I think for Kevin Feige, Alan Horn, and Bob Iger are going to go, well, look, the audience didn't respond to an isolated pocket universe movie. They didn't want it. So why would we do it? But if it works and gets critical acclaim and the audience seems to like it, they may go, well, hell, we've got a bunch of characters and a bunch of stories that may not fit in our MCU, but we think we can make some damn good movies out of in their own standalone pocket universe as standalone films. Maybe we can explore those. And I think maybe that could open some possibilities. But again, I think it's all going to come down to this Jared Leto Joker movie. I really do. And I think that will determine what Marvel does moving forward. If they can have a chance to actually sit back and see how the audience responds to something else, to give them a little bit of a blueprint, why not? Why not indeed? So I think it's possible. We're just going to have to wait and see. Okay, guys, that will do it for today's main topics as submitted by y'all. But we still got some time here left, so let's go over to our live questions. A bunch of you guys have already been firing in some live questions.